Hi friends, welcome to this video. In the previous videos of Word Basics, we have seen about the Home tab and the Insert tab. And this video, we are going to see about the Design tab and the Page Layout tab. So I have typed in a document here to, to show the example of the formatting which I do here. So you can try this too. So we'll start exploring the options available under the Design tab and the Page Layout tab. So under the Design tab, first we have the Themes option. So select a theme. Move your mouse over each theme. We can see that what changes will be made in the document when we select that particular theme. So I select this iron board theme for this document. We can change the color of the font if we want. Just select the text, click on Design tab, click on Font Colors, and we have so many colors here. We can change the color too if we need it. We could see that the second heading are also changed with some other format. Then selecting this theme. The next option available under Design tab is Paragraph Spacing. Paragraph spacing is similar to line spacing. The only difference is it applies to paragraph, whereas that applies line spacing applies for each line in a paragraph. So we'll select this paragraph and clicking on Design tab, Paragraph Spacing. We have many styles over here. So I'll select the relaxed or double. So based on the style we apply, we'll get the changes reflected here in the document. Then we have effects too. These are all for some shape. If we include some shapes in our document, it can be applied. And if we want to set a theme or set a font color or font size as default for your document, then you can click this set as default. Then this theme will be set as default for all documents you create in this Word document. Then if you want, you can change it later. So the next tab available under the Design tab is Watermark. Watermark is nothing but something some some text can be written on the document so that it will be displayed in transparent. For example, this confidential or do not copy will be applied as watermark to our text. So we can give this as in our document, or we can customize this watermark. For customizing a watermark, select custom watermark, and we have two watermarks available. One is picture watermark and text watermark. Clicking on picture watermark, we should select a picture or a logo or a company logo which should be present in all documents. So from your file, you can select the image you want to insert as a watermark. So I am selecting here as this Youth in You logo. So after this, select your scale. That is, the image has to be present in the document to which scale. So based on the size you give, the image will be displayed so and so. So I will give here the auto, and if you click on apply, we can see that the watermark has been applied to the document. The next watermark available is text watermark. Text watermark, we have options, namely language, text, font, size, color. So in the text, I'll give as Youth in You. And in font, I'm selecting some other font style. So I'll select Times New Roman. And in size, I'm selecting some 48. And in color, I'll give some red color. And if you want your layout to be diagonal or horizontal, you can select from this. So click on this, it will be applied in our document. So you could see that some watermarks have been applied here. If we want to remove the watermark, it is very simple as we apply. Click on watermark, and below the custom watermark, we have the remove watermark option. Click on that. So the watermark will be removed from the document. So the next option available under design tab is page color. So clicking on this will set a color to the page. This will not be reflected in a printout when you take this document as a printout. It will be only applied when we see it on a screen. Here we can have some effects too. So clicking on this fill effects, if you want to have some shadings or mixing of two colors, we can do that. So click here two colors, select a color one. So I am selecting some light pink shade and black. So clicking on OK, we'll see some mix of two colors will be applied to this document. So it will be only for viewing in a screen, not for a printout. And as I have already said, Control Z to reset the changes what we have done. The next option available under Design tab is Page Borders. The page borders, we have options like none, box, shadow, 3D, etc. So click on the page border you want. So I am clicking here as box. So you can see that a box of margin has been applied to the document. So these options are available under Design tab. The next tab we are going to see about the page layout. Under the page layout, we have margins. So we have many styles here too, namely normal, narrow, moderate, wide, mirrored, etc. So based on the need, you can customize your margins too. So click on custom margins. So increase or decrease the size you want on top and left and bottom, so and so. And you can apply this effect to whole document or only to a particular page, so and so. So clicking on whole document, this will be reflected to the whole document in the all pages in the document. So click on OK. Under the page layout tab, if I select this narrow, you can see this difference between the box and the narrow margin. The next tab available under the page layout tab is orientation. So we have two orientations. One is portrait and landscape. By default, all our documents will be in the portrait orientation. Portrait is nothing but the height of the document will be greater than the width. On this landscape orientation, the width of the document will be more than the height. So if I zoom in the slide, you can see the difference between portrait and landscape. So this is called as the landscape orientation. And when I say this to portrait, you can see the difference between the portrait and landscape. This is called as the portrait orientation. If you want to print any charts or Excel or tables, then you can use portrait landscape orientation. Or else if you want only a text document to be printed out, then uh, po- you can use this portrait orientation. So that is the difference between portrait and landscape. Portrait, the height will be higher than the width, and for landscape, the width will be higher than the height. The next we have the size. The default will be A4. When we take a printout, by default we'll take in a A4 sheet, so it will be selected as A4. If you want to take a printout in an A3 sheet or a legal sheet or a letter type, then you can select this from this size. or if you want to customize your document based on the particular size of paper you have, you can select this more paper size, and you can set the width and height of the paper in which you want to take a printout. So you can set margins according to that, you can set the layout according to that, and select this apply to for the whole document or the particular page you want, and click on OK. So the effect or the changes will be applied to that document. The next option available is columns. So in this Word, you can have two columns or three columns, or left, so right, and so and so. So I'm selecting here two columns. Our text or the word what we have typed in will change to two columns. If you see any, if you are preparing for any project document or IEEE document, then this would be helpful for you to edit. And if you want a text to start from the next line, then you can select, you can keep your cursor in this line and click on page break, as we have already seen in the last video. So if we select the page break, insert page break, the line will be moved to the next next page. For control Z, the changes will be reset to the previous. So the next tab available under the page layout is um, line numbers, breaks, so and so. Breaks is similar to page break, and line numbers is that we can give numbers to the whole document, such as line numbers. If you give continuous, you could see that the numbers has been given to the whole document starting from page 1 to page 3. So that the number of lines we could count it. The next is option we have is indent and spacing. Indentation is something called as spacing also. If you want to indent this paragraph, then select this paragraph, click on page layout, select this left indent or right indent, in which side you want to indent your paragraph, that is in which side you want some space before the paragraph or after the paragraph. Click on this, increase the numeric value so that the paragraph will be indented to the left. You could see the difference. If you decrease, we could have the default as before. When you increase, it will increase to the, when we it will indent the space. Similarly to for the right, you could do it. So indentation, spacing is the same. Before the before this line, how much space has to be given, or after the paragraph, how much space has to be given. This is called as the indent and spacing. This is for a this will be applied to paragraph which you select. The next option is arrange, but when you see it, it will be disabled. It can be applied only to shapes, not for text. So if you want to insert any shapes into your document, then you can use this arrange options for formatting the shapes. For example, I'll make this line numbers none, and we can insert some shapes here first. So insert shapes. So I'll select some triangle here. Just drag the cursor. You can able to get a triangle here. So to format this, we can have this. So now you can see that the arrange options has been enabled in the document. First, click on position. Uh, in which position you want to place this triangle, whether on the left or center or right, or in the center left, center below, or center right, or in the below. Wherever you want, you can uh, place this triangle. So click on this design or click on this page layout, and you can select some position. So I am selecting this center position for this triangle. The next is wrap text. Wrap text is that you could see that the text has been wrapped to a rectangular size. If you want to wrap your text in a square format, you can select the square. Then the text will be wrapped in a square size, or behind the text, or in front of text, or top and bottom, or through, or tight. So and so you the options are available. You can select based on your need. So I am selecting here through. The next option is bring forward. If I have given too many shapes here, then we can see. I'll show an example by inserting another shape here. Click on insert shape, some ellipse here, and I'll drag here. So you could see that I have pasted here two shapes, and a triangle is at the back. So if I want to move this triangle to the front before the ellipse, just click on the triangle, click on page layout, and click on bring forward. You could see that the ellipse will be back on the back of the triangle. If you want to send backward this triangle, then click send backward. Click on send backward. You could see the difference between these two. If you have too many shapes, then click on bring forward or send backward until you get the image or in the shape at the position you want. The next is alignment, align left or align center or align right. You could select anything you want from this option, so that when I click on align left, the triangle has been aligned left here. Or to rotate, we can rotate anything you want, you can do here. So this arrange options will be enabled only if you use shapes in your document. So if I delete these shapes from my document, you could see that the arrange options will be disabled. The arrange options are only for shapes, not for text. So in the next video, we'll continue with the other basics. So thank you.